cannot look away, about to crash into my face. Just another day on the shelf. Pull me from my silhouette. Years have been astray. Now a broken shell remains. I cannot embrace what I regret. Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. An image held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can't even feel enough to know if I get out. I'm numb to the pain, but hollow without. Floating in a world of glass, I can imitate. Got a smile worth its weight. When the mirror breaks, will someone ask? Round and round, around I go. The spinning makes me ill. A hostage held inside the very world I build. Please help me now, 'cause I can even feel enough to know if I get out. Will I allow another friend to try and help and fail on my account? I'm numb to the pain and hollow without. got my number figured out. A motive born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, I blatantly decline your remedy. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else than your machine. I wasn't always just a single shade, a palette full of gray in reverie. And I can burn it brighter than the sun. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in, don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer, I'd rather be free, I'd rather be a leader, I'd rather be a queen, I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I'd rather be a closer, I'd rather be clean, I'd rather be a poser in a magazine, I'd rather be pretty much anything else. And if I fall behind, ignoring all the signs, and if I lose the fight, I still rage.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Counter-Strike Confederation match day number 8 here in Season 11. We've got the Caracals versus the Cardinals, Savannah versus Aviary. I'm joined by my friend Chaos, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into these map bans. How you doing tonight, Chaos?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well myself. You know, everything is going as intended. All the bills are paid, and I'm still breathing. So we are ready to get this bad boy underway. I'm excited to see which map gets banned first. Talk to me, Chaos. What do you think these guys are going to ban first?
I mean, we've got 2 minutes till matches till bands start, and fingers crossed they actually work this time. There's no drama for match day 8, but I'm thinking they're gonna get a quick Mirage ban out. The AVI is known to be on all of their teams. They like the complicated maps. They like the maps that take a lot of skill. They take a lot of strategy. They don't like those puggy maps. They don't like Inferno. They don't like Mirage. They sometimes don't like Anubis just because it's a lot of, rush B and then rush A and then everybody rush mid. They're going to take out those puggy maps and they're going to really focus hard on Ancient, on Overpass, on Nuke. I know that all of the teams have got some good guidance from Fuffy in their challenger team. He really works with the lower down tiers to work on how they are processing their games, how they're like working through their losses, and they're coming up with new strategies. And he's always really focused on those complicated maps so that he can get the strats through and really work against what most of the other teams in those tiers are ready for.
Ooh.
We're going to get an Overpass ban here from the Cardinals. That's interesting.
Interesting. They appear to be countering the strategy that you were just previously talking about, because like you said, Aviary are known for playing on the more complex, more teamwork-oriented maps. So I think Caracal's strategy is to take a couple of those options away. They're going to ban Inferno next, and then we will see how the Cardinals of AVI respond. I'm interested to see this, but yeah, it's like you said, I think that's exactly what they're going for. And it looks like Aviary is going to take Nuke as their first ban and Mirage as their second. So it's just like you predicted, Chaos. Looks like Aviary is going to take Ancient. We got between those two. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to Anubis. Vertigo is banned. Sad crash noises we are getting ready to get ourselves into Anubis. That is how it is going to go down. I'm excited for this chaos. I absolutely cannot wait to see these two teams go against each other. It's going to be something very, very
I
special
think
tonight.
this is going to be a really scrappy match here just because we haven't seen all that much Anubis played in all of CSC, really. This season was well, it was the second time it's been introduced. Last season was the first, but last season it didn't get played all that much, and this season we've been seeing a new style of play on Anubis. A lot more attempted strats, but also a lot of really sloppy plays and some interesting things going through as people are kind of evolving the meta in CSC, and it's very different from the pro meta in that there's a large amount of like death ball into a site. There's not all that much lurks that are actually happening on Anubis. There's not all that much of strats and execs just because they're so telegraphed, and you can get those quick rotates from mid, quick rotates from A.
Canals control in all of the games that we've seen here on the Twitch channel, at least. Canals control has been the make or break for especially the team that's on defense, right? So when you talk about that Canals control, that is probably the most important part of this map. Just the ability for the T's to be able to get up and pincer A, or excuse me, not pincer A, pincer B is a threat that absolutely cannot be ignored. So when you lose Canals control or when you get intel that there's somebody in Canals, you absolutely have to respect that that play is a possibility. And I think that that stretching of resources is going to be a big, big challenge for the CTs to overcome if they lose Canals control. So I think keeping Canals control for them is going to be the make or break for this game. But we are going to go ahead and try and get into the server. In the meantime, let's go ahead and look at some... Let's go ahead and look at some of the players for this match. So who do you have your eyes on for tonight, Chaos? Who do we thinking is going to be the big man?
I'm looking at, for Caracals, we should be hopeful that your turn is going to be showing up. He's the highest rated player on their team, or the highest rated player on their team, and hopefully we're going to be seeing some big performances. And then from the AVI side, we've got some big names. We've got American Jesus. We've got Evan, with 395 elo, which is a large proportion of their team's elo, and they should be looking to push through here. Caracals, in terms of stats, they have the third best and the seventh best players with Rank C and Let's Just Toke on the stats sheet, and AVI's highest ranked player is number 19 with American Jesus. So there's a large skill difference there over the matches that they've played, but I think that AVI should be able to make this competitive with some actual team play.
It's definitely going to be possible. And one of the things that also needs to be said about this map is that if the Caracals do start on defense first, right? So being able to find just any pick anywhere on the map makes it extremely difficult for the CTs to pull the rope, right? And when I say pull the rope, I mean everybody rotates all at once, kind of like how Inferno, where everybody's kind of like, because you can imagine like you're all in a line, right, on the minimap, and then whenever somebody goes down or intel on one side of the map, you push pull. Right, you push pull. You're all connected to a rope. The rope on one end is pulled, and the other guy is pulled with it, and vice versa. So that rope becomes very difficult to pull, especially on this map because of the way that the rotates are structured and how easily the T's can get angles into where that rope is being pulled. So one kill can quickly turn into 3 for the T side. It looks like for the knife round so far that the Savannah will be starting on the T side. So we will have to wait a little bit for... Now it looks like they've swapped. All right. So it looks like we're going to see Aviary on the CT side. And we've got some folks coming in, bringing up the Savannah roster. We've got Bismal and Your Turn. Those are the two guys that are bringing up. Ranksy is right behind them. And then bringing up the Aviaries, two that have connected. We've got Tiny Elephant and Dane. And Thief just showed up for the Savannah, so everybody welcome him in. And we're going to be waiting for more people to connect. Evan and American Jesus just came in for the Aviary, so very excited to see how they do here tonight. This is a big night for them, right? Match night 8. Things are starting to get more oriented towards the postseason when we talk about what the playoff picture is looking like, and I think that that will become an even bigger staple going into Thursday night, which I won't be present for, unfortunately. We've got a field exercise that day, so I will not be able to participate. However, Ice just showed up for the Cardinals, and now we are just waiting on one player from the Savannah. But another thing that I do also want to talk about is that added pressure that comes with the postseason picture, right? So obviously them being able to try and work out the details, especially with the other teams in their division or where those division games become all the more meaningful, right? So this is an absolute must-win situation for both of these teams. This would be a huge momentum piece going into the second half of the season.
Absolutely. I've been looking at some of their stats, and we're really going to be focusing on how the CT side off does work on Anubis. The Cardinals don't actually have a listed opper based on stats. They have, I believe, 3 fraggers and 2 support players, and then the Caracals do... No, sorry, I take it back. The Caracals do not have a listed op player. The Cardinals do. The Cardinals opper is Dane, I believe. But he's only got a 1.0 rating so far over what technically is listed as 5 games, but should be, I believe, 7. I think looking at the current standings, this game is not the make or break for either of these teams, but absolutely could provide some momentum into the rest of the closing season here to push them into playoffs. AVI does not have a great history with playoffs. I speak from experience. Last season, we went, I believe, 11-2, and then lost our first match of playoffs. But I think either of these teams has a shot at a deep run here in Prospect. I think all of the teams in Prospect, honestly, have chances at deep runs. It's a very even tier this season. There's no real standout players like Kando from 2 seasons ago. There's no players that seem deeply unbalanced this season. Trout Scoper, who we had on stream last stream, is definitely up towards the top, but you know, he puts in the numbers, but the rest of his team puts in the numbers too. There's nobody in this tier that's out of place. And we're going to see this knife round come to an end, and the Caracals are going to be on the CT side. We're going to see how that op really comes into play.
It is something that they're going to have. So keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that T-side advantage that we were talking about before this game got underway. Aviary is not going to have it in the second half. And remember, the second half is the most important half. It's not about how you start, but rather about how you finish. So Caracals is going to be electing to take that CT disadvantage after winning the knife round here in the... And then we're going to see, it's just like you said, how are we going to see that op play out? Who's going to get it and where's it going to go? But so far, we've got a kit, 2 armors, and some utility. So we got 2 flashes, an HE, and a molly and a smoke for them. So a lot more utility going into this pistol. Meanwhile, we've got a Tech 9 and 4 armors coming in, and then 1 smoke. And it looks like Tiny Elephant is going to go ahead and get rid of that right now. Ranksy hears it. He knows he's calling it out. He takes the first shot. Dane takes 13 damage. Now getting in position to try and fight back. Tiny Elephant's made it into the site. He's already started the plants. Now trying to find a kill. Bismal finds one. Agent Steve is going to find another. Ice will respawn, but Ranksy's going to be there to take him down. American Jesus with a Tech 9 trying to fight back, but now it's 2v2 as American Jesus finds another. Thief gets his head, and now it's American Jesus all by himself. He's going to need 4 kills in the round to make this happen. He tapped the bomb. He takes the shot. He's seen them both. He knows they're not on it. Now the second tap comes through. He absolutely has to respect it. Finds one. It's Thief. And then now he knows that he's not on the bomb. American Jesus can take his time here. Can he find it? He knows he's not on the bomb. He saw him moving. This is a masterclass in mental games.
4 turns sticking here.
Oh, man.
The kit almost pulls through.
Almost had it. But American Jesus is there. 4 kills in the round, and he secures that round win there for Aviary. Sensational play out of him.
That was a really nice hold there from the Caracals. They got 3 kills as the Cardinals were trying to run in there. Cardinals only got 1 back in that trade. It ended up going to the Cardinals, but only because of some nice plays from American Jesus. That should have been a nice retake from the Caracals. There was some misused util and not all that much util bought from either side, but honestly, I think we're going to see some nice frags from the Caracals locking down these sites. If the Cardinals can't get any momentum behind their pushes, they really got stalled out there in the main. We're going to see some mid fights against an eco from the Caracals.
That was a beautiful flash from Ice, and speaking of Ice, he takes down Bismal with a MAC-10. Eco round not going great for the Savannah so far, but it's not over yet. Your turn gets an opportunity. We'll get some damage onto Evan, and Ranksy will take down Dane. Thief goes down, and Tiny Elephant with a double kill will end this Eco round. So, looks like Aviary is going to go up to 0 here, ladies and gentlemen.
No, SAV is going to go up to 0. Cardinals.
Oh, wait,
take
no,
2.
wait. I thought I saw 2 Caracals right there. I was confused.
2 for the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's 2
They
for Aviary.
lost a MAC-10 there, but they're gonna recover. Dane's gonna rebuy into this AK. They're really gonna look to keep these guns alive here, because their economy could get pretty stagnant pretty quick on Anubis here. Anubis is a good map for these light buys, these MAC-10s. You can drop in, and oh my god, Agent Steve getting a lot of damage with this smoke spam. They're playing 2 mid here, and they're getting a good amount of control, but definitely are going to look to push past this bridge window so that they can take a peek into Canals. As we were talking about, the Canals control is really important. Abysmal's going to look out, but he's going to get turned on by some mid players, and the Cardinals are going to look to probably end B.
Yeah, it looks like that's where they're headed. 4 guys are headed towards main. And Dane is going to be by himself in Canals. Your turn takes him out. There goes the pincer. So now they're all going to be funneled into the B main funnel of death. Your turn takes some shots, but nothing lands yet. Ice is in the bomb site. Now he's got to keep his eye on lower. Thief and Your turn both find flags. Ice finds one. It's Bismal, but Thief has got the bomb. And Your turn takes down Ice. Ladies and gentlemen, the Savannah have taken their first round.
A clean round from Savannah. They really stacked correctly there, and the Cardinals made it a little bit telegraphed by giving up that Canal space. They gave up that mid space, and Bismal was able to push down and look through to Canals from mid. He was able to call that out to his team, and they rotated one over immediately. Your turn was just ready for that Canals peak for Dane's lurk, and they were just absolutely ready for that B take. Cardinals are going to look to eco here with American Jesus on the Tech 9 and the armor. We've seen what he can do with a Tech 9, but can he do it against rifles?
Let's see indeed. Minute 36 left to go. Here in the round, Evan's sitting on the edge of this smoke. Tiny Elephant is there with him. He does have the bomb. Second smoke there. Tiny Elephant is now pinned. If Thief pushes this, Tiny Elephant is all on his own with the bomb. That would be a hell of a way to start this round, but with a minute 15 left to go, it looks like Evan is going to try and push up with him here. Fighting on the other side of the map as Agent Steve takes down American Jesus. There he goes. Dane's going to be the one to pick up that Tech 9 again, and Thief quick to find Evan, quick to find Tiny Elephant. That's the bomb, and it's by itself. So now Dane and Ice are all that is left, and they are pushing out towards this mid side. Flash comes out, but they are prepared now that they have the bomb. They're all moving towards. Bismo goes down, but not after taking out Ice. Dane now has access to the M4A4, but he does get mollied off of mid. This is not a terrible round, but he does not have armor. And if he saves, he does not get any money. So he will be able to afford a minimal amount of utility plus an M4A4. I believe that going for this is, in fact, the right decision. It is only 2-1, so it's not exactly too stressful of a situation, so I think him going for this definitely would be good. And Ranksy's going to take him down, but not before he gets rid of Thief. So losing 2 on the eco round are the Caracals, but they're going to go ahead and tie this one up.
Dane did well to die there, and even taking one down was better than he could have expected, honestly. Seeing the back turned, getting that kill, almost had the lineup, but he's going to go in with a full buy into this next round. It's going to be some low amounts of util on the Cardinals side, and Caracals are going to definitely have a full buy here. They should be expecting to be locking down mid with this util and preventing the Cardinals from really getting much space like they have in the past 2 rounds. The Cardinals look like they're going to be looking towards an A hit here. Some fast mollies and fast taking into A main. Ranksy's left on his own. He's got another player rotated in from mid, but they're still keeping 2 towards A. And Cardinals seem to have overtaken this site already. Agent Steve takes one back on Tiny Elephant and pushes out through this.
Oh, that's the bomb.
This camera
that's
smoke.
The bomb.
Ice trades him back out, and Ranksy's putting down the molly to stop the plant. Ranksy taking this Evan peek here, takes out Dane, sees the guy on site, but Evan trades him out. Ice is ready for this camera peek, but Bismal takes out one from Heaven. Is he aware of the camera play? He's not a 1v3 and he can't win it. That's a round for the Caracals.
Yep, looks like they're going to go ahead and make this one 3-2, and we are going to head into round 6 with the Savannah in the lead. So, stellar round out of them. That smoke did come in clutch, stopping the molly. So, Cardinals were able to get the plant down. Good news for them. Bad news for them. They do not look good on money here. So it looks like it's going to be either a light buy or some kind of eco. Yep, it looks like we're going to go ahead and see an eco here. I've got 3 armor helmets, 1 more armor, and then 4 MAC 10s with a smoke. This looks like a B-Rush if I've ever seen one. However, it appears that they are splitting up. So we'll have to see how this round goes. Maybe they've got some sort of strategy planned out.
Looks like a mid
Wait a second.
here.
Here comes the flash. Ice is coming through. He does catch Bismal off guard. He's putting some shots through the door. He may actually be able to come away with a kill here if Bismal's not careful. Minute 35 left to go, and they've already been pushed out of the middle of the map. Heavy damage from that nade from Bismal. That is a perfect toss. And Dane's going to take his head off through the smoke. That is an unbelievable shot. And with a minute 21 left to go, Cardinals are up 5v4. Make that 4v4 as Ranksy tosses a grenade right into his mouth. Tiny Elephant now making his way over towards A-Main with a bomb. Oh, they're all pulled away. The closest one is Ranksy, and he is busy with mid. If they keep him busy and Tiny Elephant is able to come up from behind him and get that kill, that is going to be absolutely massive. And he does. The bomb is going to go down. This bomb site is blown wide open. This eco just became feasible. Agent Steve. That is a beautiful triple kill right there. Kills all 3 of them as they're going in, and he sees Tiny Elephant go into the CT spawn to boot. He has no choice but to try and take that fight. Agent Steve single-handedly saves the day. That is phenomenal out of him. And man, he just won that round for the Savannah. Individual play of a lifetime.
Bismal there getting a little too cocky on his refights there. He gets dinked down to 2 HP and he's still chucking his util. He's still trying to take those fights in mid. He gives up that gun and he allows the plant on that B site. Honestly, or on the A site, sorry. Honestly, he should have retreated back into camera, dropped a molly or dropped a nade, and then just gotten the hell out of there. Let his mid player take those fights. Agent Steve gets 4 in that round. Agent Steve could have locked up that round without them losing a single gun. Bismal did not need to give up that opportunity, and he's kind of screwed his economy a little bit. All the rest of his team, except for Ranksy, looking really large on econ. But Ranksy and Bismal looking like that CT economy coming back to bite them. Dane is going to pick up the op here. He gets your turn. That's going to be a T-sided op for the Cardinals. Dane is their opper. We're going to see how he's going to put that to use.
I'm excited to see where he goes with this next. Looks like they're going to be heading over towards the B site here. Minute 15 left to go in the round. Evan peeking over the top of the smoke, trying to find some kind of CT aggression. Smoke does fade. He is pinned where he's at. I think he just barely sees the back of Thief right there. He's got the molly ready to get him pinned into lower. And with a minute left to go, this B hit looks like it's coming out. He sees one on pillar, but the smoke is going to pop right in front. Tiny Elephant moving through canals. He's going to find Thief. And now it's Agent Steve all alone. Bismal will find American Jesus. Make this much more doable for him. Agent Steve finds the first. It's a headshot, but those smokes have blocked them off. Dane with a beautiful quick scope now makes it 3v2. Ranksy, he's going to toss this molly over towards the side. Nothing comes from it. Bismal will find Evan now 2v2. Ranksy moving over to CT. And he got to take the head of Ice. And Dane is all by himself with the M4A1S. Finds Ranksy. Will he find Bismal? Yes, he does! Dane with a 1v2. And Aviary is not done yet. They're going to make this 3-4.
Dane opting to drop the op there in the 1v2 clutch, and it wins them the round. Honestly, I would have kept it. Although they were both low players, if he had that call out, he would have known to pick up that rifle, but you can hold that angle on the bomb, and you already know that they've dumped their util. They've had to expend those smokes and those molotovs to hold up the push and to come back on that retake with the flank. Dane did a good job of winning that clutch out and getting the op back on this T side. They're going to have a good amount of momentum running into this round. Should be able to take some mid space here. But Caracals are still running with that 2 mid player setup. It's been working so far. They've been getting a lot of mid space. Abysmal. He's been a chunky nade, 70 damage onto Dane.
What is a 50 damage? He got lit down 30 by the Molotov earlier in the round. Your turn's going to take off the head of Ice. And he's going to molly quickly behind him. He knows that Canal's presence is very important and continues to seek that kind of dominance. Now 5v4 as he heads back over into back sight. Minute 11 left to go, and that nade almost was beautiful. Just a little bit higher off the ground, and it would have tagged Evan for somewhere around 20. However, Evan is just biding his time, as well as American Jesus, exploring possibilities here on the A side. I think Ranksy's going to be ready for him. No, he's not. Molly goes into heaven, and now they are paranoid. Now they are scared of an A side play. Bismal is pinned by this Molotov. Nothing he can do. He cannot stop the bomb plant. That is coming. However, he may be in perfect position to get rid of Tiny Elephant. Sees the first. It's American Jesus. He goes down. Thief will find Evan elsewhere. Now 3v2. Agent Steve coming out of this smoke. Sees the American Jesus. Just barely sprays through it. Not exactly in the right spot, but he faces the smoke. Finds the first. And Thief will take down American Jesus. Dane misses the shot. He's again locked in a 1 versus 2. Bomb is down. Has not heard the defuse yet. Flashbang and Molotov. Oh, I think that did it. I think that did it. He does find the first hit, Agent Steve. He's not on the bomb. He's not sticking it. Now he does. Thief, he's going to stick it all the way. No, he doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, AVI have tied this up. Dane with another 1v2 clutch to give Cardinals another round.
Great timing from Dane there. I'm shocked he didn't drop that Molotov the second that he had any contact. Really showed some great poise there. Took out the 2 without even using his Molotov. Honestly, the Caracals struggled there on that retake. They had some good kills, but they also gave up some fights where they should have just waited for their teammates to come through. I think Bismal and Ranksy was holding that angle, and American Jesus just walked through and took the fight. But Bismal came through there really quick, took that 1v2 onto the players on site, and we're going to see a rush out of the B site here on the CT side. You're going to get one. Dane's going to trade it back. Dane gets a second onto Agent Steve, and he's going to hold this angle. We're going to see an MP9, a Galil, and a pistol here. Dane misses the flick down, and Ranksy claims another. We're going to see Thief coming around from the other side. Tiny Elephant has fallen, and the bomb is going to A. Should be an uncontested plant, and American Jesus is going to try to clean this up. Ranksy's low. It's Ice in a 1v2. Ranksy with the AK, Thief with the MP9. And no armor on Ranksy. Ice has a legitimate chance on this. But he's going to guess wrong.
Caracals are even going to go for it. I think they may just be waiting for an exit here.
It definitely looks like the Caracals are going to be pushing through here. Ice has guessed wrong so far. He should be hearing these footsteps. He sees the first player, takes him out. Last player with only Kevlar. And Thief wins the headshot. Thief comes back with the smoke. Does he have time?
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close.
He doesn't have it.
He doesn't got it.
And AVI take that round by time.
Woo.
Wow.
That is just.
It's a very, very, very good eco from the Caracals there. It was essentially a half buy there, but they're gonna take out all 5 of the Cardinals. Yeah, they lost the round, but that's gonna make up a lot of money for them. They're gonna have a full buy into this round. And the Cardinals are going to be hurting from that one.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, make no mistake, that is a awful round for the Cardinals. They may have won it, but at what cost? They literally lost everything. And in such a way, too. I'm not going to say that was the best played round ever. There are definitely better ways that they could have played that, but they played it the way they did. It's in the past. Nothing that anyone can do about it now. What matters now is that they go forward and try and do something with this lead and this T-side advantage. That nade looked like it was destined for greatness, but it bounces just shy of its intended target. And with 1:25 left to go, it's looking like a B-side hit. That's where we're leaning on this part of the map. It looks like they're going to try and double swing with this guy on site here. They got to be careful of the team damage, man. Evan almost shot his teammate in the back of the head right there. Sees one, and he sees the second on back sight. Now they know where they both are. Minute 10. And they should start suspecting the B-side play. Yes, they do. Agent Steve is on his way, and he is inside Minecraft. Dane will find Agent Steve. There's the backup gone. And now with a minute left to go, Cardinals are going to try and form this site. Tiny Elephant gets lit for 5. And Thief will take down 1. Evan's got 1. And Thief finds another, and Bismal will clean up Dane. Now 3v2. Ice swings out of the site, but Bismal cleans him up. Thief goes down. Now it's all on American Jesus in the 1 versus 2. 50 HP on Bismal. Ranksy just arrived to the fighting. Bomb is down just in front of Minecraft. And with 35 seconds left to go, we are going to see how this one goes.
Either
30
player
seconds
seems
now.
aware of this Canals lurk. American
Abysmal's got
Jesus
his
ready
crosshair
for
on it.
this.
Oh,
Bismarck
man.
gives up his position there, and American Jesus is gonna walk
And he's
out
gonna find it.
fighting.
He does find it now, 1v1. Ranksy, he's got the bomb out, but he leaves the gunfight early. That was scary. Ranksy will take him down, stops the 1v2 from American Jesus, and with that, Savannah tied this one up, and Aviary have taken a tactical time out. So that is a frustrating round for them. Good heroics from the B site anchors. They've been an absolute staple of that B site so far in this game, and it just showed right there. Their ability to hold that site absolutely became crucial in those moments. Now, as this tactical timeout comes to a close, we're going to see a full economic round here from the Cardinals. If they're full buy-in with armor and tech nines, they must not have started with a whole lot of money. But now, as we
They
see, I mean, yeah,
Yeah, we're seeing less than 2K across the board, and that was a sketchy spray from Ranksy to close out that round, but the Cardinals went in with almost zero util. The Caracals definitely should have closed out that round a lot cleaner. On that B site take, you need a bunch of util. You need to be smoking off Temple, you need to be smoking off CT, you need to be smoking off E-Box, and they had almost no util for that. But the Caracals just let them win those gunfights. Bismal's going to take a lot of fights here. Tiny Elephant's going to clean it up. Agent Steve is ready for this.
one down.
Takes out Evan with the headshot.
Ooh.
Takes out Boom with another.
God,
Right through the
Agent
door, but
Steve is
Tiny
an
Elephant trades it back.
absolute animal. That is disgusting.
Ranksy and Your Turn are ready for this in mid. Ranksy seems aware of the possibility of this flank, but the Cardinals are actually going to go towards B. Your Turn is hiding in the corner here. He's ready for this plant. He's going to get cleared by Ice, and Ice takes him out with the instant headshot. Thief is here to recover this round, but they're going to get the plant down for the Cardinals, and they're going to push Tiny Elephant up into the CT spawn. Thief and Ranksy on this retake, clearing out backside. They see Ice, they're going to take him out. Tiny Elephant has to be flanking through Palace here. With a Tech 9, this defuse is going to come
It's not
through.
planted
Tiny
for him. It's not planted for him.
It's not planted. Tiny Elephant gives up his positioning and gets taken out. That was a half buy that probably shouldn't have happened from the Cardinals, but they got a plant. They got some good kills with the MP9. They got some kills with the Tech 9s, and these are some rounds that the Caracals should be looking at. They should be questioning what they're doing. Honestly, I've seen some Kevlar with no head armor buys against these eco rounds, and this is costing them. They're giving up those free Tech 9 one taps, and the potential for pistol one taps. It's getting scary here, honestly.
What is this? They're all just kind of stacked up at the entrance to Canals. I'm kind of curious to see where this goes or what they're doing. So they're all just kind of here.
It's almost like they're
Are they
waiting
on
for this
aggression?
A push, but
I
there
think they're
hasn't
waiting on
been
aggression.
any aggression from the Caracals at all. Only on that one eco round that we saw. I believe it's is it Bismal defending the A site? I'm not sure.
Unsure
But
at this time. Bismal and Your Turn both find kills. Now 5v3 here in this eco round. Your Turn swings out for another fight. Those pistols are going to be very disadvantaged at this range. Bomb goes down as well as Dane. They're not going to go grab it. They do not have the bomb. They're rushing onto a bomb site without the bomb. Tiny Elephant finds one, but he's quickly shut down by Ranksy. Now Caracals go up 7-5. And I think this last round before this one was probably the most important round of the half, because if you notice before that round started, both teams were absolutely broke. And both teams had their guns that they needed, right? So I think that round was probably the most important one of the half. And that's the result of that round is going to dictate how these next few ones go, because now both teams have full guns and full util, so there's no excuses now. Aviary really need to get on the board here if they want to make this a decent T-side half.
absolutely,
Minute 50.
I'm ready to see some aggression from the Caracals here. They have Ranksy hasn't pushed through A once, and the B players haven't been trying to push through here. We've got Bismal in mid, and he has not tried to push through these smokes. We've seen a very, very defaulty and passive side from the Caracals, and the Cardinals are kind of taking advantage of that. They're aware that there's not going to be that flank when they're fighting towards the other side of the map, and they don't have to worry about their backs. Your Turn is actually pushed into Canals here, but they're going to go back. They're ready for this mid push, but they're not even going to explore towards the flank. This is what I'm saying. They're a very, very passive team, Savannah here. And the Cardinals are able to exploit this.
Smokes come out. The execute is inevitable. Just a minute left to go, and there's only one defender on this site. It is Thief. American Jesus finds two elsewhere. Thief will find the first, picks up the AK. Ice goes down. Now American Jesus making his way through mid. Agent Steve shuts him down. Now quickly made into a 3v3. Tiny Elephant with a bomb. He's moving around, trying to find a good spot to plant. This smoke is going to fade very soon, and his head will be exploded. The plant does not go down, and now Racey's going to find Dane. Now 1v3, Evan has no chance. Agent Steve swings out of Minecraft and takes off his head. Ladies and gentlemen, Savannah are up 8-5.
We're seeing these extremely slow takes coming in from the Cardinals. They're getting down their util, and they're just hesitating for those 5 seconds. That's going to allow the smoke to have much less time when they're coming onto these sites. We've seen at least 3 different kills based off of timings of these smokes. It's just they're taking way too much time to get into the site, and they're letting these smokes fade. They're getting delayed by Molotovs, and I haven't seen a single Molotov smoked off on a push. They're just respecting these Molotovs way too much. They've got the smokes to spare, and they're just not attempting to put them out. Looking at a bit of an A here. And Ranksy's aware. Ranksy's going to smoke off A main. All this util's going to come through. They're going to get smoked out of heaven. They're going to take this fight onto the half wall. And they're going to play it safe and wait for their teammates like they should have for the past few rounds. Agent Steve coming through. Here gets one, almost a second, and Ice trades it back out. American Jesus gets another, and Ice comes through with a second. Your turn left in a 1v4. Dane dead. Evan and Ice are low, and American Jesus is full HP. Your turn throwing the flash. Evan and American Jesus are doubling up here on the pillar, playing a really nice crossfire. American Jesus is going to take that first contact. Your turn down to 31 HP, and they should opt to save here. A little bit of a useless HE thrown there, and your turn is going to opt to save.
Why you gotta do him like that, Firehawk? That was messed up, man. That is just unfortunate. 8-6 is your score after a heart-throbbing clutch there from your turn. Well, clutch attempt, excuse me, but still valiant nonetheless. And now we're gonna go ahead and head into the last round of the half as AVI will put up 6. And now we're going to see both teams have got guns, both teams have got money, it looks like. Bismal, I don't know if there's an M4 on the ground somewhere. Yes, there is. He does pick it up. So, this is it. Last round of the half. Everybody's completely bought. And with a minute 49 left to go, your turn's going to smoke B main. Ice is going to get flashed in mid. Now we're going to see him swing around the smoke. Dane is paranoid of A main aggression. Spams into the smoke in lower. Will yield nothing. Now moving back up to mid. Now moving back to lower. Again, still nothing. And with a minute 30 left to go, Ice will bring this nade into mid. It will land nowhere. Very passive defense from Savannah going into this. American Jesus is preparing for the peak. And the flash is perfect. So is the peak. No one is there to receive the bullets. Slams through the door. And with a minute 15 left to go, Thief is ready for this B-main aggression, but Dane has made his way into lower, and now Thief is in a very, very bad position. He is very paranoid of being attacked from 2 different directions. He will find Evan, and now is paranoid of this lower play. 2 guys are executing in the middle of the map as we speak, but a flash comes through. American Jesus will take his head. Agent Steve goes down. Now 3v4, but 2 of the terrorists are on low health, and American Jesus finds another. 2 kills in the round for him. Bismal goes down. Now 2v4. And it looks like Aviary are looking for round number 7. 1v4 for Ranksy. He is all alone on the A site. He is paranoid of this A player. Finds Dane, and now they have exact confirmation on his position. Bomb is going down. It is planted for lower and main. And Ranksy is now making his way through mid. The Minecraft peak seems obvious here, but he can't make a whole lot of noise. They are all very well off the bomb site. Tiny Elephant is way out there. It is planted for him, though, so I can see it being justified. Ranksy making his way out of Minecraft now has been heard by Ice. Finds the first, but Ice is there with a 1-tap. Ladies and gentlemen, Aviary will make it 7-8 here at the end of the first half.
We were seeing that passiveness really come back to bite the Caracals in those last 2 rounds. The Cardinals able to take advantage of the fact that the Caracals had no information. They're getting these hits absolutely and completely unaware. Dane and American Jesus ready to just catch these lurks and catch these entries and the Caracals have no info. They're not pushing through A main when they're thinking it's a B push. They're not pushing through mid when they're watching for like a fast rush. They just playing sites really passive, and I'm thinking that we're going to see some aggression from the Cardinals side. Dane definitely seems willing to get ready with the op, and American Jesus seems like he's gonna be able to come through, and I think he's gonna be fighting towards mid or A with this rifle that he's gonna be pulling out. I'm gonna see a fast A hit here. Ranksy leading the charge. Dane's gonna fall off here. And it's going to be a 2-man defense against 5. Thief gets taken out by Evan. Dane taking the fight onto Pillar, and Agent Steve runs past Dane, but Your Turn cleans it up. Agent Steve takes down Evan. Tiny Elephant almost had the kill there, but turned away just too early. Agent Steve is very low, and so is Your Turn, both on the site. Tiny Elephant unable to get that kill. American Jesus and Ice in this 2v3 retake. Your Turn takes out 2, Ice takes out 2, and that's a win. Wow, Cardinals take that retake in the chaos. Ice gets 2 and American Jesus combines for a 3rd. That made for a 2v3 retake that probably shouldn't have gone their way.
Well, they made it work. Agent Steve made it stick up there in that forward positioning thanks to a little bit of cover from his teammates. But as you said, Ice with a little bit of heroics manages to take 2 and make this much easier going forward. Now, 8-8 here, a tied game. Looks like Cardinals will have the bonus, but since Caracals got the plant down, they are going to be able to buy as well. So this is still a very critical round for them to win. Mid-tier rifles and SMGs are out. Minute 40 left to go. Thief, he will get tagged down to 80 somewhere. American Jesus is going to land that molly perfectly, but he's also going to be prevented from peeking the left side door. And with a minute 30 left to go. Oh, that smoke is botched. That is unfortunate, to say the least. And he's going to be waiting on this mid-aggression. Evan making his way into lower. Paranoid of some kind of Canals push. However, speaking of pushes, Dane is all the way up with an MP7. He's been lowered and he's been killed. There goes the A-site defender, and I don't think they're going to take advantage of it. Somebody's on the B-site. Evan and Ice both find kills. Bomb is down, and now it is panic mode for the Caracals. They've lost the bomb. They have to commit to the B-site now with a minute left to go. Thief, swinging, sees an arm on the pillar. Paranoid, knows that he swings out, Ice takes him down, and Ranksy with a Galil, he will do some serious damage, but will not find any kills. Bismil is making his way through Canals. I think they're going to try and time this perfectly. They have a lot of time to make it work, but Evan's going to swing out a lower and take out Bismil. Now Ranksy all alone, and Tiny Elephant takes him down. Ladies and gentlemen, AVI have taken the lead.
That's the aggression we want to see. We saw Dane on that push behind, and he gets the information. They're towards mid, they're towards B, but they're not A at all. That allows the rotate from the second mid player over towards B. They have a 3-man stack on the B site, and that just shuts down the push. That was a round that I think was deeply delayed from the Caracals. We've been seeing a lot of delayed takes here, and the Caracals, once they realized that that info was given up, they didn't immediately jump on that. They still wasted some time in mid, and they allowed for this push. American Jesus gets 1, and this is looking like an attempted B push with pistols. That was a meaty nade onto Bismil, 23 HP, and a second molly comes through. Dane takes out 2, and only 2 left. Agent Steve takes out Dane with a deagle. Ranksy attempting to tap down American Jesus, gets 1. That's 2 kills from the Caracals on this eco round, but the Cardinals should be able to buy back into this. Dane possibly getting the op out here if American Jesus drops it. And he's going to buy it for himself with the Kevlar. Against AKs, that'll be okay.
Well, they were on an eco, so he does know that they will have AKs this round. So definitely a good observation from him to know that that's possible. So good on Dane for actually noticing that. That's actually a really, really minute detail that you wouldn't expect somebody to notice in the actual moment, but he has. And now with a minute 48 left to go, we're going to see what he does with it here. Ice, lower presence, smokes off the front of Canals so that he can maybe find some prey. Oh, he sees one. Takes the spam, nothing of it, and he will one-way that smoke. That is dirty. Thief will go down, and Ice will escape with his life just barely, but Ranksy will take down American Jesus as he tries to find the kill, knowing that he is there. Minute 25 left to go, and we've got ourselves a 4 versus 4. Ranksy and Ice are both low. And now, as Ranksy making his way over towards the Canal side, Your turn, exchanges some shots on the B site. Ranksy's made his way all the way up to lower. It looks like they're leaning towards the B hit because Ranksy has the bomb. Dane finds Agent Steve elsewhere. That is other Canal's presence gone. Tiny Elephant is going to be fighting Bismal in mid here, but this smoke does cover his drop to Canals. However, it will be audibly heard if he does. 50 seconds. They've got to try and find a way down. They do drop, and I do believe that was heard. Now Bismal running into lower, giving it away, and now they are ready. Ice pulls out the nade.
Timing.
Bismal lives to tell the tale, and Evan will take him down, but now he knows that he's been hit, and Tiny Elephant will find 2 with a FAMAS to bring AVI up to 11. That looks scary there for a moment, especially because Evan pulled out the nade there and got dropped by Bismal, but luckily, Tiny Elephant is there with some heroics to save that round for the aviary.
Horrible timing there, but it was a nice cleanup, and Caracals are going to be back onto this eco. They could half buy here, but I think they're going to opt to just take these pistols. And Ranksy actually buying an AK. This is a very late buy. Ranksy, they're going to go for the hero AK with no armor. Beef with this Tech 9, and they're going to lean heavily towards B here. Getting smoked out instantly. Agent Steve trying to peek around this. I would be interested to see a boost over this smoke. They haven't attempted anything tricky like this, and neither did the Cardinals on their T side. And we're going to see a 2-man hold on the A site from the Cardinals. If they push through here, they're going to get a lot of info, and they're going to realize that this is going to be a fast B hit. Evan's going to see Agent Steve cross. Is going to drop this molly here. There's 4 people here from the Caracals, and only 1 left to be lurking towards mid. But they're going to start rotating back towards B, and the Cardinals have already rotated that A player back towards mid, and they pulled a mid player over towards the B site. It looks like they're going to realize now Dane's going to post up in the canals, and Caracals just don't seem to know where they want to go. They're going to start crawling up towards mid, and American Jesus seems ready here. He's probably going to drop this nade if he hears a footstep. There's a shot, ready with the gun out, takes out Agent Steve and Bismal, ready for the doors, turns to Thief. Thief gets taken down, that's the AK down. 2 pistols left on the Cardinals. Tiny Elephant, ready here. American Jesus gets blocked into the shot, but Tiny Elephant trades it out. Tiny Elephant ready for this last kill, and Ranksy runs around with the headshot.
God.
Ice trades it back out, and that's a round win from the Cardinals. Surely that had to be no head armor. That was nasty.
Whew. Great shot. And now as we move into the 12-8 score line, we're going to go ahead and see how everybody responds to this. Still able to buy guns here. Look at that economy for the aviary. They are swimming in cash right now, Scrooge McDuck style. And looks like Caracals are going to go ahead and call a timeout here. What does the Savannah want to do with their remaining rounds? There's not a whole lot of time left in this game. If they want to get momentum back, now would be the time. Agent Steve has been an absolute player as well as Ranksy in this game. They need to get them involved, need to get them into the superstar position, put them in a position to make some plays right here. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do as Agent Steve picks up the AWP. However, Aviary is going to take a tactical timeout. Wonder what they're discussing on their side. And if they're maybe still talking through something, maybe possibly a strategy for next round, or maybe some kind of audible play they're going to call in the middle of this one, we will have to see. But with 10 seconds left in this tactical timeout, we're going to see, full guns coming out of everybody here. No op on this, or excuse me, Dane has the op on the CT side. A 128 ADR for American Jesus in this game. Stellar performance out of him so far, and Aviary hopes to see that keep coming from him. That is a unbelievable statistic. Oh my gosh.
American
And now the buy
Jesus has been
phase
having
is
a
over.
great season from American Jesus. And I'm interested to see this off from Agent Steve, because as I was saying at the start of this game, the Caracals don't have a statistically defined offer. Agent Steve going to ring one shot out, and American Jesus is going to fall back a little after hearing that op. They're going to stick with their 2-1-2 setup, with one peering down, Ice peering down.
Oh, wait a minute, but Ice one way.
Agent Steve and takes him out.
Oh,
Agent Steve was not ready for that one way there. Ranksy aware, but Ice gives up the angle.
He's not going to pick up the AWP. That's huge. He does not pick up the op. Now with a minute 18 left to go, they're leaning towards the A site. Ranksy with the bomb is watching the flank, but Tiny Elephant is set up here high on. Ooh, he drops off the camera position. That may have been heard by Your Turn. And now, ooh, he's going to toss this flash. Now hearing, he flashes himself with that one. Now knowing that there's at least one coming out of A main. Swings out, tries to find one on camera. Dane will take down Your Turn. Thief finds one. Dane finds another. He's got 2 kills. That's the bomb down. Misses the flick, and now the molly into the connector position. Bomb is now going to go down. 2v4 here. How do Ranksy and Thief play this one? They are paranoid of the flank. The Tiny Elephant is there in the connector position, and Ice comes back from behind. He's got it. 2 quick kills. Ladies and gentlemen, the AVI are going to go up 13-8.
That's the positioning that we wanted to see on these retakes that we didn't get to see from the Caracals. They were looking at this, everybody coming in from one lane on their retakes on their CT side. The Cardinals are really spacing this out. They're coming from heaven, they're coming from camera, they're coming from flank, and they're really being able to space this out and take the duels that are more advantageous to them. Caracals were not able to be exploiting that on their side because they were too afraid to be going by themselves. They weren't trusting in their aim on that first half. They were just trying to go with the group, roll with the pack, make this retake in like a 3v2, and just go all together and be taking these fights. We're going to see a little bit of mid-presence here from Agent Steve. American Jesus looking at the other side, and it takes the disadvantageous fight. Agent Steve gets this pick in mid. Ice, looks like they're going to attempt this one way again, but Agent Steve is ready for it. Agent Steve is pushed up, and still gets the pick on the Thief, but Agent Steve trades this out, and this is an opening into the B site. Evan stuck here in CT. Here's Agent Steve running to clear backside. Takes him out, and Your Turn is lurked behind the smoke. Evan was aware, but Your Turn gets that pick onto Evan, sorry. And Your Turn taking this space. Dane trying to post up with this op. And takes out Bismal, who was also on the op. Dane is attempting to shut down this site. Take Your Turn ready if Dane peeks out too far. Ranksy gets caught out by Tiny Elephant. And they're aware of where this last player is. Dane comes around and takes the last kill onto Yorton. That was a really nice hold, and the Caracals were not even able to get that plant down.
That is sensational out of Dane right there. I'm not entirely sure why he smoked himself off right there. I don't know if that was intentional. But whatever it was, he definitely was able to win that round there. So kudos to him. AVI moves up to 14, and the Savannah are on the ropes at this point for sure. Look at the money. It is not great. They lose this round. It looks like they're going home. And the nade goes into mid, yields no damage. Ice, he's doing this one way. Again, this is like the 4th round in a row. Nobody is peeking it. However, it is an A play, so it is possible he sees Agent Steve. He sees him, still sees him. He knows that there's one in Canals. He may call for the double stack onto the A site, and it is there. Meanwhile, Dane is going to find a pick onto Your Turn, and that is going to cause them to want to fall back. Ice is going to get Bismal, trying to come back into Canals. That is a disgusting shot over that smoke. Now 5v3, and this looks like it could very well be the end for the Savannah. If they don't play their cards right, Agent Steve goes down. Now 2v5. Ranksy and Thief are all alone here in pool. Where do they go with this? Ranksy looks like he wants to try and peek towards Canals. Meanwhile, Thief tossing utility. He's going to flash out for A main. And Dane is not even fooled in the slightest. Misses the flick. Thief takes off the head. Now he's opened up the bomb site. Thief finds another, but he will not find a third. And American Jesus finds the spray transfer. 2 double kills. And Cardinals have 15.
That is not a spray transfer that I would be expecting to see in Prospect. It was an unfortunate whiff from Dane there, and Thief able to get 2 back on those nice headshots, but it was really cleaned up there from American Jesus. American Jesus having a hell of a game here. 23, 11, and 15. 11 assists on Anubis. That is by far the most in the server, and compared to his team, almost more than all of them combined. That's insane.
Sensational.
We're looking at a 4-man stack towards the B site here. We're going to get 1 going back towards mid, and only 2 from the CTs. Evan playing pretty far back, and Dane gets a pick onto Agent Steve in mid. Ice gets another in the Canals. Ice is unstoppable in the Canals here, and this is a 3v5 for the win. Caracals, it's do or die here, and Tiny Elephant is going to post up with this second op in mid. And they're going to walk into this. They're not going to go through CT. Your Turn's going to come around with the scout. But the timing! Tiny Elephant turns to flash American Jesus into Canals. and they might take this fight again. Another timing, but Bismal gets Evan onto that B site, and
Oy,
Dane
oy,
is
oy.
gonna post up in mid again. Your turn
He's
comes
got it.
around, and Dane gets the pick. This is gonna be
Finally.
one more fight onto Ranksy, because Ranksy has to cross here. Ranksy's not gonna opt to go back through T-spawn, but Bismal has. This is gonna be interesting. American Jesus is gonna have this fight onto Bismal if Bismal pushes any farther forward.
Oh,
Just
but he gets
sitting
timing
here.
again. He
Bismal
just turned
goes
around as he
over
crossed.
rugs. Bismal
Ah!
can go right, and Bismal might not check this angle. American Jesus, if they turn back and they hear this step, they have a double, and this could end here. But American Jesus gonna see the shadow as Ranksy comes around the corner. American Jesus gets this first fight. Are they gonna turn on the rugs? Bismal turns. American Jesus gets the last one, and that's a win for the
Oh my
Caracals.
God.
16. No, it's a win for the Cardinals. 16-8. American Jesus locking down the game just like he locked down all of the rest of the rounds. That is a great performance from American Jesus, and Dane there with 24 and 17 right beside him.
That is
Nasty games from
disgusting.
Dane and American Jesus. And Ice with that one way every round, just time after
Yeah.
time getting that pick into Canals. That was an amazing performance from the Cardinals.
Yeah, there's really just no counter that I can think of in the moment right there, except for just like, it's like we said earlier before the game started, Canals control is probably the most important part of CT side. And yeah, I think that Aviary CT side absolutely proved that to be correct. Canals control is the most important part of this map by far. Even with the T side advantage, Caracals struggled because they did not have Canals control. Ice was on his game tonight, and it absolutely showed on the scoreboard. He may not have been top of the scoreboard, but he absolutely was one of the biggest reasons that AVI was able to win this game in the way that they did. So, super great performance out of him. But if nothing else, I do believe that will be the end. Chaos, you got anything else left for us?
Thank you for watching, and if you don't know what CSC is, join discord.gg/CSC. Come join us, play some good, nice Counter-Strike. We're getting ready for Counter-Strike 2, and enjoy.
Absolutely. And one more thing before we go, I do want to go ahead and thank our people down on the desk. Your producer for tonight was Firehawk. We did not have anybody available to do replays. Also, just quickly want to shout out our media managers. RJ Soros and Fleeb have been a massive help for getting these streams organized. So super proud of them and the work that they've been able to do. Thank you guys for everything that you do. It does not go unnoticed. And thank you for joining me tonight, K-House. But most importantly, thank you, the viewer, for watching. Without you, none of this is possible, and you are the people that we do this for. So we appreciate you for letting us fulfill our life's passions. And without further ado, we will see you all next time.
Ignoring all the signs. And if I lose the fight, I still rage against the light. I'd rather be a dreamer.